RPGaDay 2018. Today's day 28. I looked at today's question and I'm not sure how to answer it without at least partly ending up sounding like some weird kind of cyber stalker of various people I know online and gushing ridiculously about them. So I'm going to go back. I missed a couple of days, which I don't think I'm going to go back and manage to redo. So day 16's question was describe your plans for your next game. I have a Conan campaign which I play online, and that's running along. We've just finished the first act of that. The second act I'm going to try and take in a more sandbox direction, so less me trying to come up with a plot, less of a narrative feel to it, and more just drop the characters in and see what they bounce off within the setting. So that will be fun, but that's not really my next game. I finished a Call of Cthulhu campaign a couple of months back, and it looks like, I don't know that we've got it entirely sorted, but it looks as though somebody else is going to be running another Call of Cthulhu campaign, so I'll be playing for a year or two, which will be odd. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but at the same time it's going to be weird not running a game. And Thursday nights I've been running Leagues of Adventure game, and that's probably where I'm next likely to run a game. So we haven't nailed down exactly what we're going to play. One of the things that I'm thinking I'd like to bring to the table, and that Thursday night game is probably the right place to next bring that out, is a Western game. There's a Hollow Earth Expedition supplement that somebody created. It's free. I'll put a link in the notes to the download. So if you've got Hollow Earth Expedition, it's got everything you need to run a Western campaign using those rules. It's really nice. I've got a printout copy that I got printed out hardback. Came up with the cover myself, but yeah, that should be a lot of fun. There's a couple of published scenarios for it. I'll probably run one of those rather than trying to come up with something myself. If I do, it's a nice mix. Pulp heroics and cowboy stories go together pretty well. I'd quite like to dig it out again. I've played it a couple of times and it's always gone down really well, but I've never really felt like I've given it enough focus and enough thought. And my Thursday night games have only got 2 players, so it will fit quite nicely with that. We can do a 2 cowboys against desperados. It'll have quite a nice feel. The other thing that's kicking about in the back of my mind that I want to run at some point is the Black Hack. Again, too much reflection on this to really get there. We go. The Black Hack. This is a basic D&D OSR system, and I really like it. It's really elegant. It's really stripped down. I quite like trying to run. There's a guy called Dyson who creates these amazing maps. I was one of his Patreons for a while. He writes these little OSR adventures and maps and locations and things, and I quite fancy the idea of trying to run one of those using the Black Hack. That could be quite a lot of fun. And I'd also like to try running my Shrine of Yantra one-shot using those rules. It's written for 5th edition D&D, but it might well work in the Black Hack, and I think I'd rather run it in the Black Hack. The last thing which I thought I'd put on my list that isn't Space 1889, because that's further afield, is I bought The Final Revelation. I got this a while back. It is an astoundingly bleak mini campaign for Trailer Cthulhu. I would probably run it in Cthulhu Dark, which I mentioned a little bit back. The problem I have with bringing it to the table is I need to find a group who will want to play really, really bleak games. It's going to be about, I don't know, it should be 5 to 8 sessions, something like that, to run the whole thing. So I've got my eyes on a couple of players. I'm going to wait until I can get a really, really good group together and then bring that to the table and try and run that. But like I say, it is bleak as bleak can be. You know, probably anybody that does make it out alive is going to wish they hadn't. And winning isn't exactly on the table at any point. So it's a gaming experience that I have friends I think will really enjoy, but it's going to require a particular group. So those are the three things. I think the one that I'm most likely to end up bringing to the table in the near future is going to be the Old West game. Just because I think that's a fit for a group who will want to play that game, and we've got time to play that game. But I need to finish my Leagues of Adventure game first. And yeah, so that's my alternate question for today. And I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Have a good one.